Good morning, guys. So after a grueling hike back yesterday, super tiring, we made it back. We got to our hotel room. On the way to the hotel room, we actually made a stop on out on Outlook that was on that gravel path going into the hike, and we took some astrophotography of the sky. That was absolutely incredible, absolutely beautiful. The shots that I was able to capture during that night, it was really clear, no clouds, there was no moon, so it was super clear, the sky. We got the Milky Way, you'll see them here. It was really, really beautiful. Now, we spent some time in this cozy shack. It was kind of expensive, it was like $120 a night, but for a weekend here was one of the cheaper options. We're gonna go get some breakfast now. And then after breakfast, we are gonna hit up the south side of Mount Rainier. We're gonna do a couple trails there, and yeah. So after some delicious breakfast, we made it to our first stop of the day, Skyline Trail, which is gonna hike pretty close to the top of Mount Rainier, which is right behind me. It's supposed to not be too bad of a hike compared to what we did yesterday, which I think equated to like 15 miles. Feet are kind of refreshed. We had some good breakfast, some eggs, kind of pricey, but it was pretty good. I'm excited to be able to tackle this trail. There's supposed to be a lot of trails on the way, a lot of snow, a couple falls to experience, so I'm pretty excited. This is probably the best trail from what I've read online that people have recommended. We're also here on a Sunday, so there is a significant amount of people here, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. We were able to get parking. We're here in the middle of the day. We got sunscreen on. And let's see what this hike has in store for us. Hey, how you feeling?
I'm so tired.
A lot of snow. Woo. Lots and lots of snow hiking. I'm not gonna lie, this snow hiking is not easy. Especially going uphill, it's quite slippery. The views are outstanding. So, in front of you, behind you, you have Mount St. Helen, clear view, but it's a long hike. So make sure you guys bring boots, waterproof boots, because Allie's doing it in sneakers and she's not having a good time because the snow melts, shoes get wet. It's also cold, so it's not really a good combination. But we're doing good so far, almost at the halfway point, which we're heading towards Panorama Point right now. Just gotta take it easy, bring snacks, bring lots of water. It's pretty fun though if you enjoy hiking. Even if you don't, this is I think one of the most popular trails in Washington. So. So we made it to Panorama Point. As you could tell, we have a beautiful view behind us. The hike wasn't too bad. We were originally planning to do the full loop coming around, but we met some people and also some park rangers that said that it's not a good idea currently because there's a lot of snow bridges that have fallen through, and it's actually been 2 people that died there in the last month. So we made the decision that it's not worth it, so we're gonna come back the other way, the same way we came, unfortunately, but still beautiful looking the other way. Actually got the whole Panorama Point to ourselves right now. It was a couple people here earlier, but as you could see, quite empty now. One thing that I also want to do is we're gonna slide down one of these snow trails. Are you excited, babe? A little slip and slide. It should be a little fun, but we had some snacks, some apples, trying to stay healthy. Well, I had a Pop-Tart, but that's a different conversation. So yeah, we're gonna probably relax here for another 10-15 minutes before we head down. Beautiful view. You could see Mount Adams. Let me see if I can show you guys. So the nice thing is you could actually see a couple mountains from here. That's going to be Mount Adams right there, which is the second tallest one, other than Mount Rainier, which is the one we're next to right now. Then you have, let's see if I could spot it right there. It's kind of harder to see, but it is right there. That's Mount Hood. That's in Oregon. So it's that mountain right there, which is pretty cool. Then you had what used to be the tallest one right there, where we're actually headed tomorrow, Mount St. Helen, and it was the tallest one before it erupted. After a much deserved break at Panorama Point, we are gonna start making our way down. Hopefully we don't die on the way down, especially sliding down. We want to definitely try that out. Not prepared for that. I'm wearing cloth shorts. Ali's got leggings on, so we'll see how that goes, but it should be fun. Yeah, we'll see you down there.
Whenever you're ready, babe. You got this. Just push yourself down. Keep going, keep going. Keep going with your hands. Push yourself. Oh my God, she's going sideways. You're gonna have to beat that. 10 out of 10?
It was cool, but there is like a rock there. Ouch. That's why I turned just to the side.
That was a horrible idea. You started going sideways. Oh, that was fun. That was fun. Look at the view too. Look at that. Woo! She came all the way from up here. Look at that. Oof.
Baby.
Well, we just finished sliding down the hill. That could have went better. Ali kind of scratched her butt a little bit. Just a little bit. She's been complaining a lot though. But it's okay. We're all right. We made it down. I think it was better than falling, because the other option, if we fell, would have been down the other way, down the cliff. Don't think that would have been as good of an idea. But now we're gonna finally climb down. Should take us a little bit less than 2 hours, probably an hour and a half, something like that. Yeah, that was fun though. I enjoyed that. I don't think Ali did. Maybe a little.
It was fun, but it hurt.
But we'll see you guys down there. So we finally made it to the bottom. It took significantly less, probably an hour more or less. Half the time. It was a lot easier to walk down. The snow wasn't as slippery when you're going down, so just a lot smoother overall. When you guys come here, make sure you check like on some of the trail websites. The people usually leave reviews about the general loop itself. So we were, like I said, we weren't able to do the whole loop. We went clockwise. We made it to Panorama Point, and then we turned around. The park ranger was the first one to tell us pretty much. He said you guys could do whatever you want, but at the end of the day that it's less safe, and we're like, it's not worth it. We have another 4 or 5 days here. A couple other hikers that were like probably a lot more professionals told us the same thing, that it's not recommended. And there were 2 people that disappeared. They're not really dead, but they disappeared in the last week. So we're like, it's not worth it. Let's just come back down the other way. But if you're here in August, I'm sure it's going to be a lot easier, and there's not as much snow. It's kind of an easier hike overall. But my general opinion is I definitely enjoyed it. I would rank it probably yesterday's hike. I enjoyed it more, but today's was easier. Yesterday's hike was just so long to get to the general trailhead itself. If without that trailhead hike, I definitely prefer that one. And then the one that we did before in the Cascade Mountains, Continental Pass, I think it's called. I don't remember, honestly. That one was probably really, really good, especially if you get to do it on a clear day. And if you haven't seen that video, make sure you check it out here. Now we're gonna go ahead and head out to the Reflection Lake. We're gonna take a look at what that is, how it looks like. Should be a clear day, should get a nice reflection. Hopefully there's not too many people. Then we're gonna go to Silver Falls, do that hike 2-3 miles, and then hopefully we'll call it a night. And we'll see you guys at the lake. Well, we made it to Reflection Lake. Unfortunately, there currently isn't much of a reflection. The mountain does look nice, as always. Mount Rainier looks great. The water is not calm though, so I think the best time is probably come here right in the morning or maybe towards the end of the day, but there is a little bit of a breeze, and that breeze is kind of ruining the whole reflection idea. But the lake looks decent. It's a little brown. I don't think it's glacier, like melted water, kind of how yesterday's lake was, but it's still decent. But we're not gonna spend much time here. We're gonna go on our way to Silver Falls. So after about a 30-minute drive, maybe a little bit longer, we made it to Silver Falls. It's located in a very wooded area. It's a little cooler here. It's right off a campsite. The only thing I'll mention is there's not a lot of parking spots. There's about maybe 8 parking spots in total. Do not park on the street, because all the cars that are parked on the side of the road pretty much all have like illegally booted stickers on them. So make sure you're careful with that and park only in designated specific allowed spots. Hike's pretty short. It's about 1 mile one way, 1 mile back, so 2 miles. I don't think we can handle anymore. But yeah, let's see if we could get there quick.
Yeah.
It's hot?
It's so hot.
Yeah, these are supposed to be the hot springs. I don't see how much. I mean, it's not like a hot spring that you would think of, but the water, I guess, is hot. I haven't tried it myself yet, but according to Ali,
It is.
pretty hot. Can you swim in it?
I will.
Maybe in the
Yeah.
winter?
I don't like cold water, so definitely I will swim in this. Comparing to the other ones are so cold that it's crazy. Every time you will touch them to try to clean your hands or something, you will touch them and your hands will like freeze.
Yeah, and they said these hot
Crazy.
springs are supposed to have special healing powers.
Ooh.
A couple of years ago, or maybe I think it was like 50 years ago, people used to swim in them here. But I think they kind of got rid of that.
Wrong plan.
Oops.
So they were saying that there are supposed to be hot springs here. I think there were hot springs here at some point. Now there's just a little bit of, I guess, hot running water. There was one little thing that we saw that looked like a hot spring, but there isn't. I mean, it's so tiny, it's so small that even if you wanted to get in there, like, you can't. It's like maybe for a little kid, 2-3-year-old. But I know you're not meant to get into these hot springs, but just the idea of it, the runoff is pretty cool. It's an interesting side spot and interesting thing to kind of look at. So we made it to Silver Falls, about a 30-minute hike. We're also really tired, so it's taking us a little bit longer than it should. It's pretty nice. It looks gorgeous. Still, it doesn't compare to Spray Falls. Yesterday was absolutely incredible, but this one's a lot easier. It's only a mile one way, a lot more accessible, a lot more attainable. So definitely, if you're in the area, check it out if you have energy. You're going through the park. It's all the way on the east end, even outside of the national park boundary, so it's pretty much free. But it looks pretty cool. It's very powerful, very strong, very nice overall. I like it.
So, baby, what do you think? Was the hike worth it?
There was a lot of water. It's huge. The waterfall is huge. It's not like I don't know, it's very particular. It's huge. There's a lot of water. There's a lot of mosquitoes in the area. The trail is very cool. It's very like signal. The road where you're going through, it's cool. There's a lot of ups, downs. We're kind of tired for the days.
Pretty much one interesting fact about this trail is that we haven't been here long in Washington yet, 3 days, but out of all the 3-day hikes that we've done, haven't had a single time where mosquitoes have been bothering us. Literally nothing. Like, they haven't been around. We've had bees, we've had flies, had pretty much everybody else, but no mosquitoes, which is an interesting point to capture. I don't know, and they didn't really like me either. I guess one got me right there. Not the nicest kind of guys. But yeah, we're gonna hike out now. We got about a mile left to the car. And that's it for our trip to Mount Rainier. It was a pretty good 2 days overall. It worked out really well. We did 3 hikes pretty much. We did Spray Falls yesterday. We did Skyline Loop. We stopped at Reflection Lake earlier today. And now we're doing Silver Falls. Yesterday was probably my favorite hike. It was grueling. I'm gonna repeat it again. It was tough, especially since the road to the trailhead is closed. You gotta walk that. We didn't expect that. It was a total of 15 miles that we walked, 8.5 hours. I literally burned 3,500 calories according to my Apple Watch, which was definitely the longest hike I've ever done. But it was also the most gorgeous waterfall I've seen. Mount Rainier has been incredible itself. We've seen a lot of nice viewpoints. Today's hike was really good too. I really enjoyed going to the top. It was challenging in its own way. The elevation gain was definitely not easy, but really incredible all around. And yeah, now we're pretty much gonna hike back to the car. After we hike back to the car, we're gonna get some dinner. We haven't had dinner in 3 days. We've literally been living off breakfast and
have
Pop
a good
Tarts.
breakfast, and then that's it. We started hiking, a couple of snacks here and there, and then at night we finished every single trail so late that we just tired and we just go to sleep.
Yeah, and tomorrow we're going to St. Helens. And if you guys haven't seen our video from 2 days ago, we went to the North Cascade National Park. I'm gonna go ahead and link that up there and check it out. And then the next video is gonna be our trip to St. Helens National Park as well. And make sure you guys stay tuned for that one. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like. And if you wanna see more content in the future, subscribe.